Porque sigo siendo.
Oh, hell no. You guys should just watch it on YouTube, man.
We are Agustopa, and we are here at the legendary Rancho Humilde compound, which has been reshaping the landscape of Música Mexicana with their artists for over a decade. We've got a playlist of songs that represent some of the genre-defining elements of Música Mexicana.
And today we're gonna take a deep dive on the details of the culture, the clothing, the parties, the instruments of Música Mexicana, how we all got together and made this a global community.
You know, there's a crazy catalog of music to be discovered by this new generation. The views speak for themselves. So let's check out this list of songs and how fans been able to show their appreciation and share their culture on YouTube and why we love them, what makes them iconic, and also give a little lessons of what makes Música Mexicana.
Música Mexicana.
Are you guys ready?
Let's get it.
I'm ready, let's get started.
We start our music journey in the 1970s and 80s with Vicente Fernández and Los Tigres del Norte.
The grades are the grades for a reason.
Now let's pause and talk about La Chona, such an absolute classic.
You're stiff, boy.
Such an absolute classic, especially now that this song's from 1995 is going viral again, thanks to becoming a trending sound and a challenge to go along with it.
La Chona Challenge goes to show how timeless Música Mexicana is. Songs are able to resurface through the decades.
But let's point out some small things first. Norteño music started in northern Mexico and YouTube helped spread that genre, popularizing it all over the whole world. Norteño fashion also shows up all over the place outside of just the music. There's challenges, outfit hauls.
It's cool to see how this fashion has been evolving, and you can see it in many modern bands such as Fuerza Regida.
Yeah, and I think how they match, that always like really tied the group together.
And also, fun fact about this band, they were the first group to perform at the Coachella Festival. I remember everyone was shocked when they saw them on the Coachella lineup.
Hey, and then they play La Chona.
play La
What did
Chona,
everybody start doing?
like,
Everybody started dancing, all
I
the
was like-
Mexicans. They showing what's up.
Now we're gonna time travel to 2014 to a time where YouTube actually existed. Right here we have El Karma by Ariel Camacho y Los Plebes de Rancho.
Nací en el agua caliente,
Song gives you chills.
después vine a Culiacán,
Damn, that was my idol.
ahí me metí en el ambiente.
Such a legendary song, guys.
He's one of the most influential artists in our generation.
If you look at interviews, you see Fuerza Regida, Natanael Cano, Peso Pluma. Everyone mentions Ariel Camacho. We picked up the guitar.
We picked up the guitar.
Ariel Camacho. And how did we learn how to play the guitar? On
YouTube.
A lot of people see this song as being instrumental in bringing back the traditional guitar sound known as sierreño, which is heard in today's biggest Música Mexicana hits. This one definitely had to make it onto the list.
This is Adios Amor by Cristian Nodal. 1.5 billion views. This song came out 7 years ago, and it was one of the first Música Mexicana songs to reach 1 billion views.
That's crazy.
We have rappers enter the billions view, you know, a bunch of like other music entering the
Reggaeton.
billion views. And now it's like a way of saying like, hey, you know, Música Mexicana could do it too.
And up next we have La Llorona by Ángela Aguilar.
Llorona, llorona, llorona,
One of her first songs.
de un campo lirio.
Wow, we just talked about Cristian Nodal. Now we're talking about his wife, Ángela Aguilar, you know, nieta de Antonio Aguilar and daughter of Pepe Aguilar.
The song came out in 2018 and it almost has 250 million views.
And the music video is just as impressive as the song itself. We could see the Dia de los Muertos themed. We could see how far she was willing to take the production level.
I think it's also really cool that Ángela Aguilar is able to get that traditional type of music and bring it to this new generation and also influence these new up-and-coming artists.
And influence women as well.
Yep.
It's awesome to see women shine. It's usually a male-dominated space, but Ángela Aguilar said, I don't care about that.
Next up from 2019
Crazy.
is El Drip by my favorite artist, Natanael Cano.
Released by Rancho Humilde, where we're at today.
The guitar, crazy.
Who did the guitar?
Danny Felix?
Oh, yeah.
With its slang-inspired title and Nata's rap-influenced aesthetic, signaled the arrival of new generation of Mexican artists, including the frequent collaborator Junior H, who makes an appearance in El Drip video.
Rap has influenced the music that we listen to now. For example, like the way they dress, the chains.
We have like the effects, his head gets bigger.
That was all new things that was integrated into this new wave of music.
Which is now common, you know. And I think this new fashion helped push corridos tumbados out of the regional audience and appeal to international audiences. In April of 2019, Grupo Firme uploaded a series of covers to their YouTube channel filmed in the backyard of a house and very DIY.
The songs became hits on YouTube. It led the group to become the first ever Mexican act to perform not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but 7 straight sold out shows at the Crypto Arena. After that, they went to the SoFi Stadium for 2 sold out shows, which is really impressive. No Mexican act had come close to that.
Up next, we have Grupo Fronteras, No Se Va, which came out on YouTube 2 years ago, and it has
Over 640 million views.
So a fun fact about the song, it's actually a cover from Colombian song, which is a lot more poppy. It's cool to see that they took over the song and they did it into a live cover of their own Tejano cumbia hybrid style. Up next, we have Fuerza Regida and Grupo Frontera with the hit song Bebé Dame, something that Fuerza Regida did that was very unique. They started uploading their vlogs on YouTube, and I think that's where like a lot of us as fans, you know, we got to get a greater connection with Fuerza Regida. Up next, we have Javi with La Víctima. The song is not even a year old, and it already has over 350 million views.
After getting into a near fatal car accident in 2021, Javi went viral singing a cover from the hospital bed. I feel like that was a very emotional video that he showed us on our podcast. I think it just shows how much passion that he has for music, and he didn't give up, you know, despite the situation he was in.
Javi had 4 different singles at the top of the US YouTube charts at one point this year with La Víctima, La Diabla, Poco a Poco, and Modo DND.
Up next, we have arguably one of the biggest Música Mexicana songs in modern history. Drumroll.
Ella Baila Sola by Eslabón Hermano and Peso Pluma.
Ella sabe que está buena, que todos andan mirándola como baila.
This song was a hit the minute it dropped. It was the #3 song on YouTube Top Songs of 2023, and now only a year out, it already has over 500 million views.
Yup.
Pedro Tovar is actually the composer of this song, and I think it was just a beautiful melody where you don't even have to speak Spanish or understand Spanish to vibe with this song.
We've talked about a lot of songs throughout this, throughout this list that had a crazy impact, but I think it was all almost leading up to this moment, a truly global success. Another Peso Pluma song from 2023, La Bebé with Young Lucas, is also fast approaching the billion views club.
Peso Pluma is one of the biggest artists, not just of Música Mexicana, not just on YouTube,
but globally.
In 2023, he was the #1 most viewed artist in the US.
He's been really important in bridging that gap between the US and Latino audiences, and I think that the success that he's been having, well, that really shows this isn't just a fad, it's definitely here to stay and dominate.
And to wrap this list up,
we have Entre la Maleza by Delilah Cabrera. You guys know we had her on the podcast, and she's the first female artist that signed to Natanael Cano's label, Los Sete. One thing that I remember is that she said that she posted a video, and that video came across Natanael Cano, who is like in Mexico. So, a video that you post in Washington to Mexico, like that's how Nata found out about her, signed her, and look at where she is now.
And it's definitely amazing to see women get their due respect in the genre. People like Yvonne Galas, Conexión Divina, Yuna Arambula, and Natalie Lopez. I think that, there's a lot of promising new talent, new women to take over the space. We're here for it. We're rooting for you guys. And, stars like Delilah, I think the future is in good hands.
Thanks for following along with us. It's been amazing to watch these artists post new music to YouTube over the years, turning all of this into one of the biggest genres in the US and all over the world.
So many of the artists of today start as fans online, learning how to play the instruments and post covers on their own channel to find their own fan base here on YouTube.
That sort of community and connectivity is what has made this genre such a phenomenon. We can't wait to see what other new artists find their audience here on YouTube.
To see the full videos in the playlist, check out the description below. Any musicians or songs we missed, let us know in the comments. Peace out.
Thank you guys. See you guys next time.